The probability of finding a quality man, whatever your definition of quality is,
Six
whatever your
figures.
attributes are, whatever your characteristics, pardon me, that you want in a quality man. What is the probability of finding them in the nigga that's up here financially, the nigga that's right here financially? Be honest.
I can give. What is the probability? Say that one more time. What is the probability?
The probability of finding a quality man, whatever your definition of quality may be. The wealthy man, because I don't even want this to always fall on money, but it fell here. The wealthy man or the average income earning man. What is the probability of finding a quality man?
The probability is 0 because let me tell you, I loved a truck driver, y'all. My ex, I loved a truck driver. To me, he had a wonderful mother, a wonderful father. I helped him to be a better dad because I'm just like, yo, you got to handle your, like, I loved this man who was a truck driver, and he was basically staying with me, and me and him just were madly in love. Why this man was doing what he was doing to me, I don't know. But
They always do that. They always say what the man did wrong. They never say what they did wrong. So she's painting the man in a bad light because obviously he's not here to defend himself. But if we put him in the corner and be like, hey, bro, tell us, what did you go through? He would probably explain all the hell, all the BS she put him through.
But at the end of the day, I thought that he was a quality man. Then we fast forward to a person where I'm just like, all right, they have their shit together. And I feel like you just can't, you're going to get the same thing on both sides.
You ain't answer my question.
Okay, I probably didn't.
Look,
No.
She said 0.
broke niggas cheat.
Yeah.
Broke niggas be fuck niggas.
And they be wanting your tax money and everything.
Let me flip that.
Okay.
See, what I'm saying is this: the richer the man, the more handsome the man, the more well put together the man may be. Will we all be in agreement that they have a ton of options?
Very true.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was finding a motherfucker.
Look, so the dude that's 6'3" with the good dick, that dresses nice, that's charismatic, articulate, got a sense of humor, got some bread. Dog, they beating this nigga's door down with a stick.
Facts.
So his option pool is limitless. The dude that just might be a handsome nigga with some good dick and he a little broke, he don't have as many options.
He be having options. Y'all don't know.
No, they got
it ain't.
Nah, they don't. The tall guys, you know, good looking, they don't have money. Yeah, they don't have options like that. They may have options in the meantime, but it's never long term. Like when a woman decides, okay, I want a man for a long term relationship, they don't go for the tall, handsome, broke guy first. They will choose a Kevin Hart, who's worth $500 million, who's short, before they go for a tall, good looking, broke guy any day of the day.
Ain't you? They be having options too.
He hangs out with this.
You was getting coochie. And was you being faithful? You wasn't being faithful to no one
What I'm
coochie.
saying
And
is
you
that the scenarios, the probability to have that dude with the no money come home every day, start to be a better man in his, y'all still in y'all 20s. So the niggas out here running rampant in their 20s. It's hard to find a dude that's just going
Are you?
be.
Shut your-
gonna say that to Jada.
Oh, man.
No, because she made a face.
The pool is fucked up for men and women. They got pee in the pool. I'm just saying that.
There's little turds up in there from what I hear.
I mean, men and women, because the women are worse now. It's to the point the women are really fucking the game up
Because they have a
worse.
shit ton of options from social
media.
media.
No.
Yes.
If you lived in Perth Amboy in the 90s.
We been was Instagram. Everybody was
If you lived in Perth Amboy in the 90s, it wasn't no gram. You tried to find the best girl or the best dude within a 10-mile radius of where you live.
Facts.
It wasn't one.
Now, with social
But now the ladies get, you know, all kinds of options from Dubai, from Russia, from Switzerland, from London, flying them out so that you, the guy who lives on the block, if you don't got the money, they're never going to look your way.
media, you could meet and date a nigga in Indiana.
Let me fly you out.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's the crazy part, because growing up back then, number one rule is you never trust the out of town girl. right?
What?
The out of town girl was usually the hoes in that town that try to come over and play Saint Mary in our town, and you bit the
Yeah.
bait.
We dinosaurs, yo. Fucking me up.
Oh, look at the girls. They're not saying anything. They know that's true. They do their little thing, have their fun in New York, and then they fly all the way to LA. And then they change location. And then the guy in LA thinks he just met a queen angel who has never done any wrong.
He aimed for the out of town.
Yeah.
Nah, no.
That's less stress.
I wanted
Yeah.
to be in the suburbs so bad,
Word.
dating one of them
We
girls.
learned
I was a
from your
suburb girl. They
mistake.
love me in the hood.
We learned from y'all mistake. We're like, oh, bro, this one is really a thought, but we didn't know because we didn't know we had no history on her. So now it's still the same way, except for now instead of driving down the street, they taking a plane over to the next state, and they're pretending to be that there's something that they're not. And you got guys doing it, you got girls doing it, and then next thing you know, nobody knows anybody. Nobody knows anything about where they really come from, how they really were. Nobody knows about their real family background.
Because
their
you don't
mental
like to
health
talk to
issues.
girls.
Exactly.
I'm not their therapist though.
Facts.
I ain't their therapist though.
'Cause
Like,
why-
Yeah, man. Sometimes the ladies want to talk your ear off. It's like, okay, I hear you. You and your homegirls went out on a girls trip in Cancun and, did couple shots and then you went played in the water. Okay, what else? What else? They want you to text them every day in the morning, break time, lunch time, night, phone call, FaceTime for 2 hours. It's like, and then do it every single day. It's gonna get boring and tiresome.
Why you don't know? Why you don't know?
because they lie anyways. But
Yeah.
regardless,
Wait a minute, Rico, and I know you're saying that people don't know each other. I just want to point this out. And I think this came up last week with old girl and like the why did I get married situation, whatever, or who did I marry? I just want to let everybody out here know this is a cheat code. If you are going to involve yourself with somebody, do a background check. It is not that hard.
It
It's
ain't.
literally like
Like a real one?
yes.
But that shit be skewed too.
No, no, I'm talking about a real
no,
background
it's
check.
skewed, though.
You can see well
like their finances and their history, like
criminal history.
don't do a background
what
check
they-
on me.
what they
Relax.
owe,
Relax.
what they owe.
I'm not who I was.
Who they've been married.
Why you
to.
giving-
Like literally, you can. This is literally how I like vet my tenants. So
I think that's
like,
dope.
I mean, but that's a real reason to give somebody a background check, though.
Yeah, like
Yeah, but for a relationship, so what? Every man you're gonna date with, you do a background check. Now I understand if you're getting to a serious relationship or moving in together, getting married. Yeah, then a background check is maybe warranted.
Thank you.
So let me ask you a question, right? If we ran let's just say hypothetically, we're gonna create a scenario. Let's say, God forbid, your husband was beaten, right? And you stabbed him and you killed him.
Mhm.
Now somebody, fast forward, goes, you looking for an apartment and they run this shit on you. You got a manslaughter charge. That is a skewed thing because that record don't speak to who you are or speak to your circumstance.
But if you really want to know why there's a manslaughter charge
She
on my,
got manslaughter. She can't rent from me.
I'm gonna.
I ain't gonna necessarily go read the 40-page court document.
Well, somebody really not gonna mention the fact that they got a
Yeah,
manslaughter
but she's talking about
charge,
doing
though.
She said she gonna look up
background check. So
background check.
that's not going
It's
to
gonna
avoid.
pop up.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna go
In
read
general.
the page.
But see, I am. I am.
No,
She's a lawyer.
motherfuckers that want my apartment. I'm going to the next
The
one.
easiest one.
No, this is all I'm saying. You're saying that's skewed. First of all, I think that is like an anomaly. Most people not running around here. Raise your hand if you got a manslaughter charge. Anybody in here? It's 10 people in here.
I've been manslaughtering the bullshit.
That is
I'm not
a
in a
one-off.
shit like that.
But what I'm
Right.
saying is that if you don't want to fall into the
Them
water
bitches
with
hoes.
the piss and the turds in it, spend the $10, $20 and get a background check on them. Go get you a friend that's a lawyer, a little law school friend or somebody. Got to be a law school in y'all town. Ask them to run it on their LexisNexis. It's free, and they get the version that has all the bells and whistles for free. Get them $10, and then they can do the background check. I promise you. I have a
If
friend-
you're
I have
in
a
law
question.
school?
Listen, I have a friend right now. She does not go out on a date with somebody unless she like looks into them first. And she said,
I mean, I could see how the lady could use that for their own safety. But I also, if you're going to, that's why it's important to go to a public place on a first date. public place, their cameras there. Maybe don't go back to each other's houses if you don't feel comfortable. If you feel comfortable, then you can do a background check, whatever it is. But I could see why people could do that these days. But anyway, shout out to 8 at the table. I'll link down below the full video.